Looks good. I appreciate that, Cody. See, John and I was right around there in 2 hours. My class was going over.
No, I got you.
Okay, thanks. Oh, well, guys, maybe we can start. We're supposed to be 5 in here. Lauren, whatever her name is, Benson Mingler, she's got the COVID. She tested positive. She'll be here in 2 weeks. And Tony Hood, that's Tony Hood. He'll probably be here the next time. Right, Antoine? The reason I was asking, I'm only gonna drive up here 1 day a week. 100 miles round trip for me. Doctors needed to give me the go ahead and do anything we want to do. The first go ahead is making it a 1 day a week class. That would be meeting until 12:15 and taking a 15-minute break and then probably meeting till 1:30. And Jessica has a class at 1:30. It worked for her. You don't have anything that will work for you. Your work schedule though, Antoine, I don't know.
I can get that switched around.
Okay, great. The other alternative was, I'd rather have you all in class. Finance, now did you have me in accounting 1 and 2?
No, I had a vacant place
Oh, you just had it this,
last week.
yeah, you had accounting 1 last, how about accounting 2?
I'm in it now.
Okay, that's all right. You've had enough accounting to be okay in finance. A prerequisite is accounting 202. But, you'll be in 202, you'll get the corporation soon. And, that's all you need to get to, there we got chapter 14. How many chapters did you finish the first semester? Probably about 10. I think it was pretty much what I did. But anyway, finance is a lot of accounting, it's a little bit of economics, a little bit of management. This book is not a hard textbook. If you'll be looking at your syllabus there, I just doctored one of Dr. Sneed's up. Let me find my textbook. Go ahead, it's in here. It's in Dr. Sneed's office. I may have left it there. But I'm not gonna run down to find out. Let me bring up a syllabus on here. And I guess I'm recording now. Cody's good at that stuff. I wish I was as good as he was. All right, you have a syllabus in your hand. I just had my printer cartridge replaced, and this is a little bit light. I will drop it into Moodle, but it shows up better up here, of course. The book you need is The Foundation of Finance, 17th edition. And here's the ISBN number if you need it. And I'll try to drop that into Moodle. All right, and Jessica has the correct book. Okay, loose leaf. We won't order the extra stuff with it, Connect, but there are sites you can get in to get a lot of help. Okay. All right, course description, financial statements and ratios. You've had financial statements, you've had ratios. Now you haven't had ratios yet, but you'll get them in 202 and in here. sources of funds, operate in financial leverage, short and long-term financing, time value of money. That's just present value and future value. You had a little bit of that. So your accounting, even though a couple of you had it in 2019, all right, it'll come back to you. Okay? And you can read the outcomes. We just have to list those. If you get bored with absolutely nothing else to do, you can read them. All right, I want you to look at my grading scale. It goes along with Dr. Sneed's. 90, 80, 70, 60, and come back again. Okay? Well, all this other stuff you can read. Exams must be taken at their designated times. Now, you people out there in Moodle land, hopefully I'll get this recorded, I'll download it and upload it, blah, blah. But that is Jeannie Childers, Carl Cooper, Franco, I still can't pronounce your last name, Devon Hagerman, Zyver, can't pronounce his last name, Brandy Lewis, and Amy Pike. Amy Pike will join us for half a class, but she's going to be in this class half time over here. So we may have 6 in-house. And you folks out there, if we only have class 1 day a week on Tuesday, I encourage you to come to class at 11 o'clock, room 208 on Tuesdays, and we'll try to see if we can get just one class going. We'd run this class from 11 to 12:15. We'd take a 15-minute break. And then we'd run from 12:30 to 1:30. That's when a couple other people have classes going. That way it'd be only 1 day a week. And you wouldn't have to worry about watching a lecture on Moodle.
Yeah, you start that today, or you want to start it next week? I wasn't comparing to that, because I had Tuesday.
All right, we'll start it next Tuesday,
Okay.
and I'll put a short lecture on Moodle, I guess, Thursday. So we'll go today, and then we'll put a short lecture on Moodle Thursday. Next week, hopefully we can have double class on Tuesday.
And it's 1 day a week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
That way I'd get you in class all the time. I could give you some hands-on help. Lab is better, students can work together. I hate what COVID's doing to the public schools. Those kids socializing is a lot of learning that they won't get. And those kids in elementary and high school are probably worse than you. They procrastinate, they don't keep up, or they get behind. And I've never liked a full-blown web class. But this is a full-blown web class for those who are not going to come to class. So, I think you learn better the old-fashioned way in the classroom. And you all think that too, or you have signed up for it online. Okay. All right, the rest of the syllabus, you know about our snow policy. It will never snow on Tuesday. The roads will always be clear this semester on Tuesday. That's my prediction. And they've been wrong before. All right. And you can read some of these other policies. But I want you to look at this. Don't let that scare you. Dr. Sneed had on here 18 chapters. There ain't no way in Hades that he or me could cover 18 chapters. So don't let 18 chapters scare you. I'm willing to knock off 6 right away. The best we could do is 12, maybe only 10. But if I get through 10, I'm happy. If I get through 12, I'm extremely happy. Now, they're all on here, So you can't complain what chapters I cover. But it will not be over 12, I promise you that. We've got too much to learn and we can't just hit a chapter and fly by it, okay? I'm not that good of a teacher with it, and you're not that good a student, so we're both in the same boat. Now, as far as finance, I taught finance at the community college 31 or 32 years. Same old book, same old course, same old stuff I taught. So that's my experience. Plus, it's got economics in it, a little bit of management, and a whole lot of accounting, which I've taught all of those. Okay. So as far as teaching, shouldn't be a problem. Even though I just come up here visiting. Hey, John.
Take off.
Oh gosh, John.
Did he take off?
He took off. He got me going. I was excited to get the class going.
That's fine. I think mine's working. He says we'll stop by, so.
Yeah, maybe we'll stop by. But I'm
Yours is
still
working, right?
Yeah, I'm going good.
Good deal. Did you able to access the YouTube? Didn't have a lot of info in the YouTube?
Yeah, it took my password automatic. Yeah,
I think you got one to go to about.
Yeah, I've got to load it YouTube and then drop it in the Moodle.
Good deal.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, guys, we'll probably have a test. He's got 4 tests. I do believe in 4 tests. A midterm and a final. You put all your eggs in 2 tests. I'd like to have 4 tests. I'd like to have them in class, even for these people who are live streaming. If they can't get here, then I'll have to work out something where they can take in the testing center, whatever. The testing is done different than what it used to be. But sure, we'll probably have our first exam on chapters 1, 2, 3. But from there, anything goes. I'll be changing, dropping out some of these. Okay, so that's the syllabus. Here's just a lot of related stuff. Moodle, of course, help desk, of course, email, phone, computer, and of course, get the Bluefield State College mobile app. I guess most of you have that. Now, tutor.com, I've never tried. Have any of y'all ever tried tutor.com? I have no idea. I guess they tutor in every subject. Find more information here at Bluefield State Resources Academic Success Center tutor.com. Tutor.com should be available on Moodle. Now, I've not looked into it. I don't know how good it is, but it couldn't hurt to check it out. And Academic Success Center. Now, we probably don't have a tutor up here in finance, okay? Not a live tutor up in the student center or anywhere. You can read the rest of this syllabus. I don't know if I have the withdrawal policy on there or not, but you all know all about that. Okay, Holly, what are you majoring in?
Health service management.
Okay, what semester, what year?
I'm a senior, and I'll graduate this fall.
Fall, not May? Okay, how about you, Antoine? You're a junior?
Yeah. I major in marketing.
Okay. And you're what, sophomore?
Technically junior, but management is my major and marketing is my minor.
Okay. So everybody in here is ahead of you, of course, grade-wise. That's okay. this course, I taught it on a sophomore level at community college. So whether you're a sophomore or junior or senior, you're okay as far as grade-wise. All right, that's your syllabus. Now, I do like attendance if you're going to attend, and I do give bonuses for attendance. If you only miss one Tuesday, then I give you 10-point bonus on low test grade. I will give you bonus problems throughout the semester. If you do those, it'll bring up your test grade. This first chapter, we're going to look at some of it today, and it's the most boring chapter. A lot of your introductory chapters, and I can't help it, are the most boring, okay? Now, let me see what I need to bring up here. I need to bring up a PowerPoint. I think I got it on my desktop, but now when you go to Moodle, it's just in my dashboard. Okay, now folks, on my computer, it's got a bunch of junk from way back. It's got 2 courses here for financial management. You don't need both. One of them says section 03. Not that one. Now, I put an announcement somewhere, but they changed my Moodle. They put Dr. Sneed's just a date schedule in here. So we're going to go to spring 04. And you're going to, well, what happened to it? It was alive and working this morning. Crap. Let me go to spring 03. It's got my announcements and my outline in there, but she had put that on there. What in the Hades? Let me go back a minute here. Let me try the one up here. All right, spring term 21. Let me see what I've got there. This is the one I want. Now, I will hide those other 2. This one is financial management, business 350-03, spring 21, and it also is combined with 04. That's what I want, both together. Now, I've got a few things on here that I'll be able to use, and we're going to go straight to chapter 1 PowerPoint. I've got those on my desktop, but it's easier to reach from here. Oh yeah, I've got it open up a dozen times now. It does that, Jessica, and I forget because I'm just used to clicking. I don't know, probably opened up in Word, no, PowerPoint.
Yeah, you can see double click on those at the top.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, just when you go down.
No, down here,
Where it's
right here. No?
With the blue part highlighted, with that blue line that's going across at the top, right there. Just double click on it.
You know, it's PowerPoint, but that's chapter 4.
Oh, okay. Chapter 1. Is that at the very bottom?
No, it's chapter 1, you're right. All right. Yeah, I need to clear this up a little bit too. That's what I like to do, to click on it and it pop up, but okay. So we're going to look at learn the objectives. And of course, we've got 2 TVs here. Okay, everybody get a book ASAP, because it's like accounting. If you don't have a book, you can get behind. Are you going to try to order yours or get it online?
Yeah, I got it in my Amazon port. I'm gonna order after class.
Yeah. Amazon. I didn't know they were so powerful. I didn't know they controlled all these servers all over the world, and they could shut down, knock somebody out of their services, like Parlay. They knocked them out. I didn't know they were that powerful. So, but you good folks in West Virginia, I hope the coal mines don't shut down. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm not going to get political by any means, okay? All right, one thing here, one of the first things here, and I don't know if I have a pen or not. Hey there, you all right? Brian, doing good. Doing good, yeah. Let's see if I left my book over. All right. Financial managers try to maximize wealth of shareholders. Shareholders are the owners of a corporation, and you'll get that pretty soon in accounting principles too. All right, financial managers attempt to achieve wealth maximization through daily activities. That's what all of these big tech companies are doing, wealth maximization. Even General Motors and Ford, they all want to maximize wealth of shareholders. Now, they do that in 2 ways. One, now I bought some shares in Walt Disney for $19 a share. And the last time I looked at it, it's $179 a share. So I've turned $1,900 into $17,000. That maximizes my wealth because it had gains. Now they pay me a little dividend every year too, and that maximizes my gains. So dividends, so forth, is all in the financial picture. Now in 2001 and 12, there's a whole lot of regulatory oversight. You've heard about Enron and all of that. The field of finance, a little bit of economics, accounting. Finance links economic theory with accounting numbers, but all of you know an income statement and a balance sheet. Did you all do a cash flow statement in 201? Okay, we waited to 202 and did it, so all of you have seen a cash flow statement, good. It became a separate field from economics. You can read these PowerPoints. Most of them are capitalized in your book. As I said, I don't like a lot of these introductory chapters, and you just have to read that chapter real well to get some of these concepts. There's so much in chapter 1 that if I put them in multiple choice questions, I could easily fix a test that everybody would flunk, but I don't want to do that. Even if I have to let you copy some of this terminology down, there's so much in it in notes for the test. We'll work it out when we get there. Risk management, that's just pretty much insurance comes into play there. Inflation, disinflation. Now, we know we've had inflation, right? Now, gasoline is what, about $2.15 a gallon right now? How about West Virginia? Well,
I said, I was gonna gas and even if it's cheaper.
what are you paying in Virginia?
Yeah, $1.99.
Must be getting it to Food City?
Yeah.
Back on Walmart, you can get that like $2.30.
Well, yeah, someplace up in West Virginia, if I was going to Charleston, I got up in Virginia before I get in West Virginia. Okay, what makes gasoline in Virginia at $2.15 or in West Virginia at $2.30? More taxes in West Virginia on gasoline. But what will make gasoline go up from $2.15 to $3? Exactly. You've had some economics, haven't you? Okay. Supply and demand. Right now, supply's okay. We're energy independent. But now, things could change. If fracking was talked about a lot during the election. If the Alaskan pipelines were shut down, supply would shorten, gas would go up with it. Okay? Now gasoline is just one example. Now I know grocery prices have went up for me during this epidemic. I don't know if they had a shortage, they were offering additional services by online ordering and picking it up in front of the store. They have to pay somebody to do that. Price of groceries go up. All right, so we do have to look at inflation. I like to tell that two things. Back in my younger days, I bought postage stamps for 3 cents. I bought a Pepsi for a nickel. I bought a pack of peanuts to put in it for a nickel. I went to the movies for 20 cents. Gasoline was 33 cents a gallon. I remember all that when I was growing up and experienced some of it myself. Always like to say when I was 18, I'd take a gal out on a date and I'd get 3 gallons of gas for $1. That left me 4. I'd take her to the movies, about 40 cents, that left me $3.60. I'd get her popcorn and Coke for about 10 or 15 cents. I'd take her to a drive-in restaurant, get her a hamburger and a Coke or milkshake on the way home, and I'd go home with $1 and some change. Now you can't even buy a girl a Big Mac for $5. So there's some okay concepts in here. This Dodd-Frank Act, Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, passed on response to financial crisis, improved accountability, protected taxpayers, protected customers, first major financial regulatory change since, I guess, 1929, the Great Depression. It provides for bankruptcy, consolidate, hedge funds. Some of this is over your head right now, so we will worry about it later. Oh boy, the internet. There's some big ones right here. Amazon, Facebook, and Google. Well, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you should believe in free speech. China has made fun of us. We're supposed to be the country that we holler free speech every day. But then when a lot of people were shut out of Twitter, Parler was shut down, China's laughing at us. And they said it was ironic. And even the president of Germany, Merkel, I think, is saying the U.S. is two-faced. We either believe in free speech or we don't. But anyway, these are big retail business. I guess he's the billionaire, the richest man in the world. Bozo, whatever his name is. You know, these CEOs are wealthy also. Google, real wealthy, along with Apple, Microsoft. Internet business. I never thought we would have so much e-commerce. You can stay home and order everything off of Amazon, can't you? I guess you can get your medicine off of Amazon. But you can order anything off of Amazon. You don't really have to have TV cable. If you just got Netflix or Roku or whatever it is, you need a smart TV to get Netflix. Things have changed. I remember seeing my first TV. I thought it was somebody acting out up the road, and I could see it on the screen. Phones, TV, automobiles. Automobiles are getting smarter than we are. And they are making them now that they can drive themselves. Get in and program it and go. Sit back. We've seen a lot of changes. Now, in your lifetime, you'll see a lot more. Okay? You'll see a lot more. E-commerce affects patterns and speed with its cash flow through firms. E-commerce. Donations to a political party, to a senator, to a congressman. It can go through your Verizon phone carrier or any of the other phone carriers. It can go through your bank, through credit cards, through PayPal, and so on. But money is what we're concerned about. We want to allocate funds to the right place. Assets or liabilities. We want to look at alternatives. A dividend policy. Credit management. Inventory control. Just credit management. Do you know what your credit score is, Jessica? All right. Do you guys know what your credit score is? Okay. I wish mine was worse. Because I get all these offers that I don't meet or want. Well, anyhow, credit management. It got so easy one time that some of these credit card companies were begging college students to take out a credit card. Risk returns, we'll be looking at that. Functions of a financial manager, we'll look at that. Now, all these big CFOs, or these big mega corporations, they got accounting background, plus finance, and they're so related. A lot of CPAs have became financial managers, or somebody with an accounting degree. But anyway, credit management, inventory, receive and disburse funds, that's your accounts receivable, accounts payable, issue stocks, bonds, pay dividends. Goal is to maximize stockholders' wealth. Now, anything can make the stock market go up or down. Do you all think anything's happened to Twitter? What do you think happened to Twitter? It had dropped 10% the last time I looked at it. Whether you agree with it or not, that's totally up to you. Now, here's another thing that happened in 2017. The corporate tax rate went down from 35 to 21. Will it go back up? Under a new administration, it might. But if the new administration loves corporations, it may not. Okay? Now, sole proprietorship. We're just going to scan these quick. You've heard them before, in different courses, in the county, wherever. The sole proprietor is one owner. You take all the risks, you get all the benefits. You take all the losses, you get all the gains. It's easy to start. Easy to make decisions. But unlimited liability to the owner. Profits and losses taxed as if you were out working in a W-2. Now, unlimited liability to the owner, you can lose everything you have. Go down here to Mom's grocery store, slip on a banana peel and break your back and sue Mom. She's a proprietor. And if you win, you can probably take her store and her house and her car. That's unlimited liability. But now, if you're in a partnership, Jessica, I forgot your situation. Are you married?
Yes.
Okay. Anyhow, some of my female students, I forget which one. Some are married, some are divorced, some are living with a boyfriend, what have you. Now, here's my situation. I'll tell you up front, never mention it again. My wife died of cancer about 13 years ago. After a couple of years, I got married. I married the devil. In fact, I would have told her to go to hell, but the devil wouldn't have her. She was meaner than he was. Anyhow, we divorced after 2 years. She found out she was bipolar and she started taking medicine. So we dated again for 2 years and we've been together since. So that little bit of medicine for bipolar, when she was bipolar, nobody could live with her. Okay? Would I remarry her again? No, sir. She might start taking that little pee. And it would be hell all over again. All right. But anyway, that's my confession for today. Okay, now a partnership is similar to a sole proprietorship, except there are more than one owner. A marriage is a partnership. It works like a partnership. Agreement, disagreement. Now, the biggest, you do have unlimited liability. But now you can share knowledge, more money. The biggest disadvantage of partnership is disagreements and they break up. A partnership can be almost like the Republican Democrat Party. If the two parties don't agree, it fails. Still have that corporation. This is the biggie. They control our country. They have more assets. Now, a proprietorship has more numbers, whether it be your barber shop, your beauty shop, your zip-in market, your gas station, your repairman, your plumber, whatever. The corporations employ more people, have more assets, make more profit than any other form of business. Corporations. What do you think is the largest automobile manufacturer now? The what? Take a guess, Antoine. No, I think Toyota does sell more cars than any other. But in this country, I think it's still General Motors. Yeah. What's the biggest anything? Who's the biggest software producer? Microsoft. Who is the biggest computer hardware maker? It's Switch. A long time ago, it used to be IBM. You don't even hear about IBM computers. It's either Hewlett Packard or Dell. So what's the difference? I just read the other day, General Electric might be the biggest appliance maker. I read that they are owned by China, all of General Electric. So I didn't know that. You can always Google it to back up what I say. Okay. You have articles of incorporation. You're owned by the shareholders. It has continuity of life. It's easy, divisible of ownership interest by issuing shares. So yeah, I have some shares in Disney. But now I have a retirement account with a financial advisor, and he has my retirement in probably about 50 different stocks. I don't even know what they are. But now your disadvantage of a corporation, double taxation, that 20%, used to be 35, plus if I get dividends, I pay taxes on it. So Walt Disney pays taxes, then I pay taxes on my dividends. Now, S corporation is a good thing. If you're a proprietor or partnership, it releases you from that liability. Now, LLC provides limited liability for owners. I'm going to skip a few things here because we're running short. All right. We're going to look at these questions later. We know what the broad goal of the firm is. Now, if you start your own small business, Jessica, what would be your goal?
Goal would be to profit.
Make a profit. All right. So what's the difference in making a profit and wealth maximization? You want to make as much as you can, right? So that's what any business, proprietorship, corporation, partnership, they want to maximize wealth. Okay, let me skip a few. Inside trading. Using information not available to the public, making undue profit from trade in companies' public trade securities. All right, there was a Republican Senator Kelly Loeffler. She ran down in Georgia last week. She was beat by Warlock. Okay. Now, she was appointed by the governor to fill out somebody's term. So she was a United States Senator. She got some kind of word about this virus going to come out big and bad in March. And she sold off some of her stock. That's called inside trading. She had information that you and I didn't have. And she should not have used that to her advantage. It could have cost her the election. Or hurt her at least. Ethical behavior. Now, some of these corporations, they used to have ethical behavior. West Virginia coal mines raped these mountains in West Virginia. But the government had to step in with the EPA and so on, and had to replace some of the strip jobs and plant trees and plant grass. And some of those became pretty beneficial. Maybe a housing development or a prison or a school was built on those abandoned strip mines. But the government had to step in and make them reclaimed. Some corporations don't have a conscience. Now some do a lot of public good, which they should. So ethical behavior. Now, your ethical behavior is up to you. Some of these students are over here this morning, Mr. Lilly's class, taking an ethics class. Jessica, do you think you can learn ethics from a book? There might be one book that you can learn ethics from. You know what book it is? Yes. Exactly. So your ethics comes maybe from your elementary teachers, your friends, your parents, Sunday school, church, Bible. Okay. Now we can tell you some penalties for being dishonest in business. Like some of those Enron executives went to prison. I have known unethical accountants. There was an unethical county professor I taught with at community college. He was making up only W-2 for people. He was in with a small business so they could get back earned income credit. He got half of it. He went to prison up here in Beckett. One of the counties had board of supervisors, the coon dog scandal. Some of those board of supervisors are public elected officials. Went up here to Beckley for a while. Okay? There are unethical doctors. Okay, that prescribe too much pain pills, for one thing. Those unethical lawyers, unethical accountants. But we can only tell you the penalty for being unethical. And I hope most of you are ethical to begin with. Okay? Financial markets, we'll study those later, what they are. Wall Street, NASDAQ, Commodities Exchange in Chicago. I've got a friend, he makes a fortune on pork bellies, cattle. He'll buy them cheap and sell them high, but never take possession of those cattle or never take possession of pork or chickens. He makes a fortune and studying the commodities market, corn, soybeans, rice, coffee, all commodities. He just started studying it after he got out of college and started his own practice, and he has a lot of clients, and he tries to make them at least 20% a year. Try to do that on a bank account. So we'll deal with these markets, over-the-counter markets, and so on. All right, I want to go back over here to my outline before I let you go. Sorry today was such a short class. Not my outline, but I want to go back to Moodle. Now, you can go to Moodle and look at the PowerPoints and solutions, but since I don't have my book, Jessica, you got yours open? Naturally, what I want you to do between now and Thursday?
And put them on the Bible?
Yeah, well, you need to do that. Well, let's just don't open it right now, so get it fine.
Yeah, I got one in the car.
I want you to try to get a book, read the chapter. Now, I will record about an hour lecture Thursday. And this is for you here and you there. And Tuesday we'll plan on staying double class and just one day a week. And Lord, if you hear me, do you agree with this? Email me and see if you can stay to 1:30, just one day a week. And who else was it? Tony Hood. See, these online people don't matter. They'll get either a 1 hour lecture or a 2 hour lecture. So, but I think the other one was Tony Hood. All right. So I will see you all again Tuesday. Read the chapter. Be looking over some of the discussion questions. There's not any problems in that chapter. But if there's any definitions, try to look them up and jot down an answer. If some of you have time, go into that tutor service and see what they tutor in finance. In the front of your book, see if there is a website that McGraw-Hill has that you can download stuff from McGraw-Hill. We won't use Connect. The book is enough, I guess. So I will see you all. I'll lecture to you Thursday, and I'll see you Tuesday. How's that? It's good seeing all of you again.
Good seeing you too.
Meeting one new student.
How was retirement for a little bit?
What?
I said, how was retirement for a little bit? Did you retire for what, a semester or a year?
Okay. How was what now, Jessica?
Retirement.
Timing?
Retirement.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you at all. I can't hear, but my mouth's covered up.
I'm sorry.
Retirement, I like it. I don't miss teaching full time, but I'm willing to help out and still like to see some of you students. And I'll be able to do what I want to do and still